So we all ready?
I don't know. Maybe. We'll see.
I don't know either, so.
I don't know.
Hey, they say the best podcast is shoot off the hip.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Crew Podcast. I am joined here today... hang on. Welcome back to the Crew Podcast. My name is Randall. I am joined here today by my co-hosts, Daniel, Igor. Daniel is Igor, like that's his nickname. I fucked it up.
I thought he was the Russian.
Yeah, one or the other.
Oh, okay.
Welcome back to the Crew Podcast. My name is Randall. I'm joined by my co-host, Daniel, also known as Igor.
Oh, hi. Yeah, that's me.
Sam.
Hey, what's up?
And our our current star of the show, what is it called?
I like Star of the Show. That sounds
Star of the show. He's the star of the show.
Joe, who is Sam's brother. We
Or
are
maybe
currently
guest of the show.
Howdy.
That works too.
guest of the that's what I was looking
Hey,
at.
Star sounded a little better.
Guest
Yeah,
star.
okay, we'll give you that
No,
one.
how about we combine it? Guest star.
Are you eating cookies right now? Oh my god. And he bitches at me for eating Doritos.
No, I fucking chew.
See, look at that. Now you just inconvenienced all of us.
Yeah, no. I'll make a joke.
Anyways,
Okay.
So, Joe, why don't you tell us a little about yourself?
Well, it's an honor to be on the podcast, let me tell you.
This is the second episode, by the way.
It isn't even more of an honor that you thought of me this soon then. No, I'm excited to be on. I'm glad you guys came out. I don't know if how the first one went. I wish I would have saw that, but hey,
You're here now.
yeah.
You used to
yes.
listen to it. It's on our YouTube channel, The
Our
Crew
YouTube channel.
Gaming
It's
and
on-
Podcast.
where-
It's on our YouTube channel, The Crew Gaming and Podcast.
You guys got it anywhere else?
What's that?
Anywhere else? You
No, I gotta get
TikTok
Spotify?
clips.
Yeah,
Some
we got
TikTok
TikTok
clips.
We got a few TikTok clips.
What's
I gotta
that?
get it on SoundCloud because I hear that's not too much hard to do. I searched up to get it on Google Podcasts, but apparently you have to pay like $9.99 a month.
Okay,
Oh,
so we're
wow.
not at that level yet.
No.
All right.
No, we're not.
We got room to grow.
Yeah.
my mom doesn't even listen yet.
I don't think I want my mom to listen.
I don't
Something
think
that we
I don't
talk
think I
about.
want my mom to listen to this either.
Nah,
I
this
still
is-
send her the link.
This is,
but
for all, this is for all the moms out there.
Yeah,
That's what
gotta
this
love
is
moms.
for.
Yo, you gotta love the moms.
The
Yeah.
hot single mom.
Of course, dude.
MILFs.
Fruit snacks and juice boxes.
Dude.
That's what I'm here for.
When you're able to go to work with a lunch pail that has a sandwich, fruit snacks, a juice box, and cookies, dude, you've made it.
All right, Randall. I'm gonna reverse the question back to you. So, what's the best lunch trade you've ever made?
The best lunch
Best
trade I've
lunch
made.
trade.
It was probably when I was in middle school with Sam, and we were playing blackjack for our
Can't believe in
snacks.
middle school.
Blackjack for
Yeah.
your snacks.
We were playing
Uh-huh.
blackjack in middle school.
All right, what'd you lose?
I lost a lot.
Dude, my main goal was to get all the best snacks so I could eat them throughout the rest of the day.
In front of him, like, yeah, look what I
Yeah,
got.
look what I
got.
Blackjack.
Well, no, we were never in the same class because he was a grade ahead of me.
Oh, so was he smarter or did you just get held back?
No, I'm just retarded.
Ah, there we go. Truth comes out.
So I would always fight to try to get the two guys. Both their parents always made lunches for them. I was always one to bring a snack or two, and then I'd buy the school lunch. So I'd always be trying to get my, like, I don't know, peanuts or something, trading that off to get like a cool pack of cookies or crackers or something that's just way better than mine.
Was there something in your lunch that you're like, I'm only bringing this so I can trade it?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Dude, I would take
what was that
stuff,
go to? What was that?
peanut butter crackers.
Oh,
Dude, I would just take
understand,
those.
yeah.
I would literally just take those in just to try to trade them off or win them like in blackjack.
I've done the peanut butter filled pretzels.
Those are great though.
Remember Randy at school was Memo?
Yeah.
I sold him I think there's maybe a quarter of the bag left. He gave me a $20 bill for the rest of that bag.
no.
I went back out. I bought 5 more bags and sold them each one for $20.
Dude,
Dang.
that's like a money printer. That guy's kind of an idiot.
Yeah.
He just smoked a lot of weed, that's all.
Yeah, he was definitely on something all of the time.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, when the demand is there,
Of course.
the supply is low,
I used to run a
you name your price.
convenience store out of my locker at high school.
You did. I remember that. We would get in constant trouble for that. There was-
Oh, yeah. They
was
took
that?
all my money. Like the principal, like they took my money.
That's.
And I was like, well, at
BS.
least give them like my parents or something. They're like, no, it's not yours. And I'm like,
What was like your top item?
Or like mini Oreos. Those were good ones.
Oh,
Those were
yeah,
good.
I see
Or
that.
those Nutty Buddies.
Oh,
Did you have a
Nutty
school
Buddies.
store?
Not at the time.
Oh,
no,
no.
I was like the.
You were
He
the
was the
mobile.
store.
Yeah, I was the
He was the
underground
school
school store. I had it out of my locker, and then I also had a little in my backpack that I'd carry around just in case.
Oh yeah, you always got to be having
Oh,
a backpack. I say there was a guy over at our high school there. He used to do the Kool-Aid jammers, and
Oh, those are
he would
good.
he would buy it and he would sell one for the price of what he bought it for. So after he sold one, he was already good to go.
Oh. So,
All right. So I've got a new segment that I want to
boy.
try out,
I haven't heard about this yet.
and
Just tell me
I've kept
earlier.
it a surprise for everybody.
Yeah, he gave
And
us
I
no.
want to let everybody at home know.
No idea.
We all. Well, I don't know about Joe, and I definitely not Sam, but me and Dan.
So we all is you and me.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
and Dan we're on the good stuff right now.
I'm
Actually,
not.
that makes it sound like we're drinking, or that makes it sound like we're doing drugs.
Well, explain.
I mean, you
further.
just explained what it was by
We're
messing
drinking.
up.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
drinking.
Well,
Anyways, what was I going for? Oh yeah, I want to do
Tusi Mick.
Kusi Mick.
That's your mom's pussy in Arabic.
Oh my god.
Hello, Akbar. All right,
All right.
I want to do a new segment here, and I'm calling it the Florida Man Fibber. So my name is Joe Schmo. I am starting a new newspaper called the Florida Man Fibber, where I take Florida Man stories, but only the fake ones. I am going to hire you three to figure out which of these three stories is the fake one, so that I can put it in my newspaper.
So it's kind of like two truths and a lie
Yeah,
almost
I
kind of
see.
deal.
Okay,
All
now
right.
I get it.
All right.
All right.
Florida
Number
man.
one. Florida man drives stolen car to military base to warn the Space Force of incoming aliens. Florida man is accused of driving a stolen vehicle to a Space Force base in Brevard County, in which he calls a mission from the President of the United States, according to reports. News reported Corey Johnson, 29, stole a truck from Riviera Beach and drove to Patrick Space Force Base near Kennedy Space Center. When Johnson tried to get onto the base, he claimed that the president told him in his mind that he needed to take the vehicle and warn the government officials that there were U.S. aliens fighting Chinese dragons. He was arrested and charged with a grand theft of a motor vehicle.
Okay. I'm going to put this out here. First one. I will say a quick summary would work. I don't think you need to read the whole thing. I feel like there's some things like, well, you know.
So I by you describing it, so there's two that were true, one that was fake.
There's going to be, yes, two that are true.
All right.
That was just
because
one?
because you were
was
so
one.
That was
descriptive.
just one.
That was just one.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah,
that was
that's
one.
what
Oh,
I was
dude,
saying. It seemed
I was
it
like,
a
they all
little
were
long.
related. I thought there might have been three there. How
No,
about?
that was just one.
Okay.
Okay.
So you think I
Okay.
should just go for the headline or just
I would-
Headline
Yeah,
and little
I'd
bit of
say
honestly,
detail.
all right.
headline, leave-
the headline.
just the headline?
Yeah, let us guess a little bit. Here.
I like
alright.
that.
Yeah.
And then you
We
can
can-
go into depth on it.
We can ask for detail if we're starting to think it's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the
I like
second
that.
one. Florida man arrested for putting a Twinkie on his genitals and trying to
Solicit.
sexual acts from women. And story number 3. Fed up with waiting at a hospital, a Florida man decided to steal an ambulance to get home.
So we got to figure
All
out
right,
which
so-
one out of those two is real.
What,
We
I'm
gotta-
gonna.
no,
Which one's fake?
which one's fake?
Which one's fake?
So I'm
Two
gonna
of
say
them are
for a
real.
headline, I don't think they're gonna really want to be talking about Twinkie on some person's.
Although
wee-wee.
that gets the people
But-
going.
I will say, for being Florida, stealing an ambulance to go home, very normal. I feel like that's not
Yeah, yeah.
crazy enough to
And,
warrant being a Florida man headline.
Yeah, and people and their patience. I would
Would you
say
like-
I'd say that's got to be a true. That's it.
Would you like any details on any of the stories? 'Cause I
So
have
give me some details on the Twinkie.
the Twinkie.
Hey,
Hey, I'm
On
not
August-
interested
what-
in the
wasn't
Twinkie.
didn't the Twinkie go away or something? They stopped making them. Would that actually happen?
Stop
No,
making the
The
Twinkie?
Twinkie's
No,
back.
didn't they? It's back.
Is it
I'm
back?
pretty sure it's back.
I do
No,
remember.
wasn't there
I
a
do
time when
remember.
they like stopped it?
I think they did stop their
They
production.
stopped it for a little bit,
And,
and,
like,
then
people
people
went
wanted it back.
Bad shit,
It's-
crazy, and
it's
then
just
like
good
only
marketing.
Canada made it or something.
Oh,
I
yeah.
could be totally
Just-
making this up,
'Cause
but I thought.
dude,
it
I think
happened.
I heard that somewhere.
If you think about it, everyone was talking about the Twinkie. Everyone was like, "Yo, these are going out of style," so everyone was buying them up. And then all of a sudden, they're like, "Wait a second, everyone's buying them. Why don't we just start making them again?"
And then they go to the mic and they go, "I ain't fucking leaving."
But it was all
Alright, so you
planned
said
because
you
they
wanted more
knew.
details on the Twinkie
They knew
yeah,
story?
how
give me
people
more.
would react.
Give me more details of the Twinkie.
On August 12th, 2019, St. Petersburg police received a call that there was a man on the 12th and Main harassing people. When deputies arrived on the scene, they found 56-year-old Andrew Dean running around naked with what was apparently a Twinkie stuffed over his genitals. The man was trying to solicit woman into licking his tasty treat, as the man said. He was arrested for public indecency and harassment.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't know this answer to this.
Well, I feel like at the same part, this is gonna have to be a trick question, right? Like that one doesn't sound real, but
But it's Florida.
It is Florida.
It's
It is
Florida.
Florida.
it is Florida. Did they mention the heat at all?
The what?
The heat.
The
Yeah, wouldn't
heat.
that have just kind of melted?
Well,
Yeah, right.
well,
It probably
I
would've
tell you
been
what,
anywhere.
he was in heat.
Yeah.
Could you identify the Twinkie?
What color Twinkie was
It was a chocolate. I don't
it?
know.
Oh.
I wonder. So
Do you want details on the last story?
Well, we might as
the
well.
ambulance one?
We might as well at
Yeah.
this
All
point.
right. Let's hear the ambulance.
Danny Kaczynski was taken into the hospital Tuesday night after his neighbor reported him to be drunk and suicidal in his home, as reporters say. After waiting for 2 hours to see a doctor, Danny got frustrated and decided to steal an ambulance to get home. Lake County Sheriff's official Sergeant Fred Jones told the TV station it was one of the strangest things he's heard of since joining the agency. Danny parked the ambulance at his neighbor's driveway to get back at them because he thought they had first reported him to the police. He was found in the trunk of his car inside his garage, according to reports. He was booked into the Lake County jail.
All right. I think I know what's the lie.
I have a good idea. I have a good idea.
It's the ambulance.
It's the
story.
ambulance.
It's
Yeah,
the
it's the
ambulance story.
ambulance.
That's
Yeah.
the fake one.
Stealing.
That's
the
what I'm
ambulance,
thinking.
yeah.
I'm gonna go
going
with the
that.
ambulance.
What do you think, Joe?
You know, I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna go say this Twinkie's a fake one.
All right. So you guys locking down your question, or you're locking down your
Yeah,
answers?
ambulance, 100%.
Yeah, it's too normal.
It is.
It is too normal. I'd like to go with the flow here, but dude, I just don't want that Twinkie one to be real.
Fair enough.
All right. So you ready for the answer? It was the Twinkie story.
Man.
Go.
Dude, I don't know
When
what
you're
it
good,
was.
you're good.
I was out mowing today, and I thought, you know what'd be funny? A story about a man putting a Twinkie on his dick.
Yeah.
Only you would think
Yeah,
of something like
yeah,
that.
it would be that's a Richard.
Like,
only.
you'd have to be a little bit insane just to think.
I
I'm
don't like
gonna talk about a guy with a Twinkie on his dick.
I don't like the term insane. I prefer. I can't say that in here. I already said it.
mentally
Retarded.
challenged.
Yes.
Yes.
Dan, why are you wearing your headset?
Because he's
Because
cool.
I can. I have my hat on, and
He-
the
he's a
band
cool
pushes on the button on the top of my hat,
Ah,
so it's
I
uncomfortable.
totally get
so
that.
I just have them
Yeah.
That's true.
like that. I mean, it works fine.
All right, so we have somebody else in this group who said they had a bit for this podcast. Would you like to go into more detail, or did you forget?
Or did you forget?
So
you forgot?
I didn't forget, but I also didn't give you a lot of information when I told you I had something.
Yeah.
By
He
having
already
something
used it. He already used it.
that Arabic word that I said earlier, that's all I had.
That's all you.
That's all I had.
Hey, hey, it was a bit.
It was a bit for
It
a
was
few
bit.
seconds.
It was a bit of a bit.
Yeah.
It was. All right.
Ice and like fast food drinks.
Ice and fast food drinks.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with a hard no.
Okay.
I mean, it's just water and water for me. I only drink really water.
Okay, but if you were getting soda,
If I was getting,
If he was getting
Water.
soda, he would probably not be a Sam Latempio. He would just
that
be.
is true.
I like water.
Yeah. He's a fish.
Agua,
Would
Mizu.
you get-
Are you Aquaman? Just a quick question. You know, like
He is a ginger, right?
Dan, how many have you had to drink?
No.
No, Aquaman, isn't he?
Aquaman's
I think
like a
Aquaman's,
dirty blonde.
Aquaman's
I
like a
thought they-
fish.
It's
He's a fish.
He's a fish.
Fishy fish.
maybe back in the day. I don't remember.
No, he that's Little Mermaid.
No, not
Little Mermaid is the
No,
Ginger.
no,
Aquaman
Little
is
Mermaid's a mermaid.
superhero, man.
yeah Aquaman.
Yeah.
Aquaman
Okay, well, what
has
about this though?
long
Aquaman.
blonde,
So
dark, dirty
I saw
blonde
a
hair.
movie.
I'm not like a big into like the Marvel DC world,
Mm-hmm.
but every other Marvel DC superhero, supervillain, whatever, they're above ground. You know?
Yeah.
Then you got Aquaman. Like who the fuck's he
So
saving under
he's-
the ocean?
He's
Like the
just
battle's
chilling.
not down there; it's up
saving,
here.
Okay.
He's saving like ships, like shipwrecks.
Okay, then why is the Titanic still on the bottom of the ocean?
Oh, yeah.
Come on. Come on.
You know,
Ocean
I-
Gate, baby? I don't know. Like
I mean,
another question for you guys actually that Sam brought up. Like Sam, when he
the
mentioned
Aquaman question.
because Sam said that the Little Mermaid is ginger, but I don't know why I remember her as having red hair.
That's
Well,
that's
Ginger.
basically ginger.
It is basically ginger,
it's like a red
but
orange.
ginger is more of an orange. So here's the question.
Well, I'm dark, like a little bit more
So
red
here's-
orange.
Yeah, you're more dark.
Depends on the season, you know.
Yeah.
It's seasonal. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but
also
he's-
depending
we
on
got-
how
you gotta
mad I
wait-
get.
Yeah.
You gotta wait till he's ripe.
I mean, up in the
Oh,
trails,
God.
in the trails earlier, it looked like you had flames coming off the
Oh,
top of
I
your head
did,
there.
dude.
Yeah, especially when they're yelling at it. Should we go into that? Or?
I'll say I will add to that, and I will say I will openly admit I'm colorblind when it comes to saying hair color. To add on to it, my buddy's girlfriend, I swear she was a brunette, and he's like, dude, she's a blonde, and he was sold on it, and I didn't think so. And then we go later, and with mom, and she's telling us how she was a strawberry blonde her whole life, and I'm like, you were clearly a redhead. And then you got blonde later on or whatever, and even dad said the same thing. And then, no, but if you look it up, that's what a strawberry blonde is actually like pretty red looking. I'm not very good with.
I mean,
That's
And
the
some
reason-
people get like offended. Like she was offended. I called her brunette, and I was like, oh, I didn't mean that. I thought you were. But
I look at it. There's redheads. There's brunettes. There's blondes and black. There's four. That's all I
right,
got. Yep.
right.
what about the blues, the greens, the pinks?
Oh, they're out
Special
there.
ed. No.
Yeah,
Anyways.
damn.
Hey, I just want to say real quick. Fun fact: animals in the wild, if they're poisonous, they'll use bright and vibrant colors to deter predators.
So, if the
So what I'm saying
is
is, if a girl's got,
bright hair, they're-
stay away.
oh, look at that! Explains it all.
So, does that mean
Run,
is that why I
actually.
haven't gotten a girlfriend yet?
Because your hair's too bright. Yes.
Yeah, they're a red alert.
I got-
It's a red
you
alert.
guys-
I got
You gotta
black
just-
paint in the back of my truck.
It's a stop sign.
Sam, you gotta just go to the city and go into like the main square and just start doing a mating dance.
So like this one might be
A
poisonous.
native dance.
Nah.
But okay, what I was getting to earlier, if you had two girls in front of you, the same, and I know you're dating somebody, but like just forget
Uh-huh.
that for now. If you had two girls in front of you, one was an orange haired and one was red haired. Like,
Dan, you
obviously
better answer
say-
carefully.
You can obviously say red, and you can obviously say orange. Which one would you prefer?
Blonde.
Blonde. Yeah. Even though my girlfriend's not even blonde.
I know.
She's like brunette, yeah. Her little blonde highlights, I think, or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I don't know hair. I put a
can't
hat
wait.
on every
See,
day.
I don't know. Harry.
I'm wearing a hat right now under these headphones.
Dude, you're just gonna be hanging out with her. She's gonna have headphones on, and then out of nowhere, she's gonna start slapping you at this point because she's listening to the podcast.
That's yeah, like she wants to
gonna
listen
send
to
her the clip.
more nonsense that comes out of this mouth hole.
Yeah, exactly. She just wants you to. I'm not gonna say that.
I mean,
Yeah.
is it equal? You don't really want to listen to as much nonsense either, yeah.
Well, you know, every once in a while, a nice chat's, you know, it's called for, but then sometimes it's just like, put a cork in it. But that goes both ways, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Everything
Oh, yeah.
that always goes both ways.
Everything like that goes both ways.
I wish I had a cork.
Just like Randy.
We've got two options right now.
Okay.
I have another challenge that will test your personality.
Oh,
Or I can just ask another random questions that we can debate about.
I want to test our personality. That could be interesting.
All right.
Let's hear
So
it.
this one's a little long, and it might be just a. This might turn out of. You just
So, do we have to answer a question, or like how is this?
kinda.
That
I'm
sounds
gonna tell
really
you
complex.
a story.
My personality is simple.
I'm gonna tell you a murder story,
Oh,
Oh,
and you're gonna tell me who's at fault for the murder.
oh, it's the mailman. You don't
So-
deliver mail
so
on
we're-
Sundays.
No, it's not how that.
And if
All
you
right.
heard that one, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna tell you a story of a murder, and
are we
your
trying
job
to guess
is
the murder?
just to listen.
Okay.
And at the end, I'm going to ask you who you think was the person who is at fault for this murder.
So the murderer. The
Just-
murderer.
Just wait.
Okay.
Not wrong.
There is a river with a bridge over it, and a wife and her husband live on a house on one side. The wife has a lover who lives on the other side of the river. And the only way to get from one side of the river to the other is to walk across the bridge or ask the boatman to take you across. One day, the husband tells his wife that he has to be gone all night to handle some business in a faraway town. The wife pleads with him to take her with him because she knows if she doesn't, she will be unfaithful to him. The husband absolutely refuses to take her because she will only be in the way of his important business. So the husband goes alone. When he is gone, the wife goes over the bridge and stays with her lover. The night passes and dawn is almost up when the wife leaves because she must get back to her home before the husband returns. She starts to cross the bridge but sees the assassin waiting for her on the other side, and she knows if she tries to cross, he will murder her. In terror, she runs up the side of the river and asks the boatman to take her across the river. But he wants 50 cents and she has no money, so he refuses to take her. The wife runs back to the lover's house and explains to him the predicament that she is in and asks him for 50 cents to pay the boatman. The lover refuses, telling her it's her own fault for getting into the situation. After dawn comes up, the wife is nearly out of her mind and dashes across the bridge. When she comes face to face with the assassin, he takes a large knife and stabs her until she is dead. Now, on a piece of paper, or in your head, because we don't have any paper in front of us, list the names of the characters in order who you think are the most responsible for the wife's death.
I could probably give you like the top two.
Okay,
Like, first
I
and
know your
second.
brain doesn't work that
No,
fast.
it's very short. I don't have a lot.
But does everybody understand the story?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I have enough
who do
brain
you
cells
think
to see that.
is the number one person who's responsible for this murder? For the
So
wife?
you're saying,
I would
are
say
you
probably-
wait one second? Are you asking us to tell you who we think the murderer
No.
is,
Who
or
you
who's
think-
responsible for sending this lady to her death?
Who is responsible for sending this lady to her death?
Okay.
I'm gonna just
'Cause-
shoot right off the hip, and my gut is saying it's her.
It's her?
I mean, yeah, I would go her with number one because if she didn't do what she was doing, then this wouldn't have happened theoretically.
Sam?
So, if we look back at this, she had a lover from the beginning.
Yes.
Husband,
So-
right?
She has
Husband
a
She
and
has a
and
husband
And the
and
husband
a lover.
The husband was going out of town for work, and she
Yes.
told him, "Hey,
She
I'm going to be
asked
cheating
For
on you."
some
She begged him to take her with him
why?
because she knows that she didn't tell him, but she knows that if she
I thought you worded it as she told him, like, "Look, I'm going to be unfaithful to
No.
you,"
no, she didn't. She just knows herself, so she was begging him.
and so she didn't come out and say that.
Yeah, she didn't come out and say.
Why did he go on a business trip from like we'll say rough time frame like 7 p.m. to like 7 a.m.? Like, what kind of business trip is that?
He just had work.
Yeah, I guess.
That's
I don't know. It was arriving
That
in the
sounds-
airport at
This is a
6.
daily thing. She gets stabbed daily.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder if the husband went out to find someone else as well.
Oh, now we're finding the story.
But anyways, who do you think is responsible for the wife's
We're working it out.
So
We
Dave,
got to
you
explain
said-
some things.
Do we all have to like agree on the same answer?
No, not at all.
I'd go wife and then boatman.
Wife and then the boat.
It was you because you made up the story.
I didn't make this story.
Oh.
I actually, for anybody listening at home and is curious, this is actually a story that from
Google.
No, it's not from Google. It's from a book called The Pigman. It's a book I read back in like 4th grade.
You can find it on Google.
Well, so
you can. Shut your
thinking of the boatman here, the boatman for denying that's just a business decision. You know, no money, no right. Simple,
Exactly.
simple, clear cut. So I don't see much wrongdoing there. You know,
There wasn't any mention of the boatman
All right, so I'm
paying the boatman for the ride. This is
I'm
there's
gonna
the bridge
throw a
or there's the
curveball.
boatman. They didn't say anything about paying the boatman
I'm gonna throw a
for
curveball in.
originally.
but one
second.
could assume that there's
Yeah,
a payment.
yeah, I guess
you know.
so.
So,
I mean, and nowadays you even have to pay to go over a bridge in some places.
and also,
how big is this river though?
I mean,
Like, you got a boatman
You
out
can't,
there.
It's
let's
you can't
say-
swim across it.
okay.
Why not?
Oh yeah, try
The
The
it.
currents,
too
It's like the Niagara River.
It's
Okay.
just,
Ooh.
it's part of the story. You can't
Okay.
swim across
And also, the lover's just trying to get some free puss.
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Wait
He
a
ain't
second.
tried it.
Who says the lover's another male?
Because he wasn't, or they weren't willing to pay.
Because this is a book from, I think, like the 1980s.
Okay, well, I'm just trying to think of all options and all
Okay,
sides
well-
here. Because what if the lover is a woman, and then the woman's actual husband stabbed the wife that was cheating with her
Okay, I'm going to
so-called
throw
lesbian?
a bit of curveball in here, and I'm going
I'm-
to say that you have 5 seconds to choose who you
I already told you, the wife and the pigman or the boatman.
the wife and then the boatman.
Yes.
What about you, Joe?
I'm still sticking with the wife.
The wife. What do you think? Second.
Second, I'm still debating.
You got 5 seconds.
I'm gonna double down on the wife.
Just the wife.
Yeah.
Sam.
I mean, I guess if I had to say a second, I would say maybe her husband for not taking her with her.
Okay. Sam.
I'm just gonna be different. I'm gonna say the lover and then the wife after.
The wife after. All right. So if you chose the wife, then your main focus in life is fun. Is stuff that's fun, stuff that's joyful, some just party. If your main focus was the husband, and this is for everybody at home, so like that's why I'm saying the entire list. If you chose the husband, then you're focused on love. You have more focus on love in your life. If you chose the lover, then you're more focused on sex.
Oh, 100%, dude. Oh, totally. I'm definitely that type.
If you chose the assassin, you're focused more on money. And if you chose the boatman, you're more focused on magic.
What?
It
I don't
sounds
know
very
what.
accurate.
So I want to put
So
this,
what? Whose fault is it?
Dude, were they high when they wrote this book?
I think-
honestly,
I've never-
I haven't read the book since 4th grade. I do want to read it again because I do remember it being a good book. But
Who's at fault?
I thought
it
that was
doesn't
pretty.
say. You have to
It's
choose.
up to
and
you.
then
It's a
what you
personality
choose,
trait.
That
What
was
you choose.
a waste of my time.
Yeah, honestly.
You're over here trying to figure it out like it's an
I was
answer.
thinking there's going to be an answer, like, you know, yeah, A,
All right,
B,
you
or
want
C.
a riddle? Why did the chicken cross the road?
Because it had 2 feet and it could,
Let's get to the other side, dumbass.
and it did.
Nah, I was just going to try to see its lover.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Tell you what. Saw the assassin on the way
No, I
back.
can't say that.
Those
No, say it. I'll bleep it out if it's too bad. Say it.
Why'd the baby cross the road?
Why?
Because they didn't have their seatbelt on.
Oh. Oh.
I'm not bleeping that. All right. Let's go into random topics. When do you fill your gas tank?
No lower than a quarter tank.
When I hit a quarter, I start thinking about it. And then it's basically whenever it's easiest for me to do it.
I gotta be honest. There's been a few times where it's been a photo finish where you're like, I can't believe I just made it. And you take a photo and you literally be like, hey, you text your good buddy, you're like, dude, look, I barely made it. I haven't made it today. Have you ever ran out of gas, though? I have one time. And it was in an old car, the old Buick. Yeah,
I have too, yeah.
Because it's one of those cars where as soon as that thing hits E, you're done. It is on
It's
E.
yeah.
It's
so
not like the new cars where they give you that little.
I also ran out of gas in that same car. I was driving it home from working on it at school, because I went to school for automotive, and I'm driving home, and all of a sudden it starts sputtering and dies. I look down at the fuel gauge; it's in the red area before it hits E.
Oh yeah.
It's not even at E; it's in the red area. So it's like the last, like, I don't know, 2/10 of the tank. It just hit the red, instantly out of fuel.
I'm gonna be honest with you here. So my truck has the 30 mile, like the mileage until empty, and then I think when it reaches like 40, 35 around there, it like just says low.
Yep.
I will, like, as soon as it says low, I'm like, all right, after work, I gotta go fill up.
3 days later. Yeah, no. Well, see, I look at it like it's so expensive to fill my tank. If I fill up at like no less than a quarter, then it doesn't seem as expensive.
It doesn't feel as bad. Yeah.
But,
even
yeah.
though you're only using it 3/4 of the tank.
Yeah, but I'm also filling up twice a week.
Yeah, that sucks for you. It's almost like you need to move closer to work.
Find me a house.
Fucking broke, bitch.
Oh, okay. At least I'm not in my parents' basement.
All right, shut the fuck up.
At least I'm upstairs in my parents' house, okay? Come on!
Alright, I'm going to go off of one that Sam recommended. By the way, I'm reading off of the Discord chat, our podcast ideas. I'm going to go off of one that Sam put in here. And he says, when and when not to wear socks. And I want an elaboration on this.
My first thing in my head, sorry, I'm just going to shoot out. Socks in bed, that's a no-go.
100%.
No,
Okay?
no.
I just want to get that off
So,
my chest.
The only time I'll ever wear socks in bed is if it's like freezing out and
If
there's
it's-
no heat in the house.
Still.
Perhaps, like, you're in the top of a barn without any insulation whatsoever.
There's actually a whole
And
lot
you
of
also-
insulation.
Well,
You're
this is
not
before
bringing a
the
sleeping bag,
insulation.
And not bringing
It's
a
also
sleeping
like
bag.
negative
It was
outside.
negative
Yeah, Richard's
3
been there.
degrees
in this
outside.
very building that we're in right. Oh, we should probably say that.
Speaking of sleeping, remember I slept on the concrete floor of
Dude,
your basement with a
don't-
throw pillow.
Fuck, I still feel bad about that. Dude, and that's like one of my rooms was just studs.
Yeah.
I was sleeping.
I could see the downstairs. I could see the bathroom from the basement. I'd say it was probably like technically 3 different rooms, and your bedroom was on the farthest side, and the
Yeah,
bathroom's on the other side, and you could see straight through all the walls and everything.
yeah,
So it's like taking a shit, no privacy.
yeah, exactly. And
gosh.
I was sleeping on what's that called?
Futon.
A futon. Not a whatever that chest is called. We're not gonna talk about
Ottoman.
the ottoman. Yeah.
You slept on an ottoman?
No.
I realize like an ottoman's like maybe a 4x4,
I
foot
slept on my
square
fortune.
cushion. On your what?
Anyways,
Okay.
what was I going on about?
The socks. We're talking
The
about
socks, yes. The only time, like, honestly, this summer, I've taken, there's been a few times where I'm just like, fuck it, I'm taking off my socks and doing my work in the grass or whatever, like doing outside work. It's been so comfortable. Like, just getting back with nature, barefoot in the grass.
You go to work.
No,
And-
not work, like at home. Work at home.
I see what you're saying there.
Yeah.
Our mom's a big fan of that too. She always likes running around with the bare feet in the grass and whatnot. But you ever step on a bee?
Once. That was hell.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I have a deathly fear of bees.
You have a lot of nerve receptors in your foot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, mine are just pulverized.
How many of
basically.
us right now are wearing socks? I mean,
I still have.
obviously not.
I have shoes on still.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
I'm
sand.
pissed. The only pair of jeans I brought
We're
have
50-50,
a
yeah.
giant fucking rip in the crotch.
Dude,
Dude,
you got airflow.
maximum airflow.
Maximum.
Yeah, that's it.
So
And
we're
they pay
going
extra
out.
for that.
We're going
And
out
it's
here.
not an easy access hole because that's not the type of weekend we're having. It's an airflow
Would
hole.
mine even get past the James?
No.
So
Just a little no.
we're out here. We're gonna be breaking up some to get
Oh, yeah,
a
we
creek
should
flowing
probably talk
better.
about that.
And you brought one pair of pants.
I brought 2.
And the other one's covered in mud already.
That did happen.
Well, maybe if we stuck to the original trail.
Oh.
Okay. Maybe if
Hey.
someone didn't roll their 4-wheeler, you know.
Maybe if we stuck to the original trails.
Hey,
Hey.
you know,
Those trails were wonderful when you just drive
So
through a field.
We should probably talk about this.
I have
Someone
3
has a
pairs
road
of
bike?
pants, 3
So-
pairs of underwear, 3 pairs of socks, 3 pairs. I am loaded. I could stay
let's
here
see.
till Monday or Tuesday.
I think I sent several texts about the clothing
Yes.
and reminders, and I said,
I swear to God,
prepare to
I
get
packed-
wet, bring extra clothes.
I swear to God, I packed shorts. I cannot find them for the life of me.
I packed shorts. You want to know how? I know. Because they're in my bag. Maybe if you had a bag.
Richard,
You
I
remember
know
you were...
exactly where they are. They're
You
right
go-
where you left them.
you
last.
go around the set.
Dude, no, he was telling me when we were in your driver waiting for you to get all your shit ready. He was like, I don't even have a bag. I just threw everything in the back seat. I'm like, well, no shit. You don't know where any of your
Alright,
stuff
alright,
is.
real quick.
Put it in a bag.
Real
Dude,
quick,
a
I feel
Walmart
like we should-
bag. Like, come on, something.
I feel like we should explain to a lot of
An
people.
empty bread bag.
He used
Like
to have a sack. He would just walk around with
You
a
shut
sack
your
like a
fucking
Santa
mouth.
a
sack.
pillow. You have a pillowcase, right?
Yeah, I got a pillow and a blanket.
Okay, take the case off the pillow. Put your clothes in there.
Then he's gonna lose the pillow.
I feel like we should explain real quick. We should have said this at like the start. We're currently out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
I gotta say, this setup though is
This
top
is-
notch. This
I
is
really-
I
This
will.
is-
I'll give Randy props for this. He is the best at just like wherever the hell we are, podcast setup.
Dude,
Yeah, exactly.
This is
it's insane.
Yeah.
We're out in. Well, I'm gonna have to bleep that now. 'Cause
Yeah.
We don't want to do.
So
location.
we're basically out in a very hilly area.
a
in New
very
York.
hilly and remote area.
Yeah,
Out
and
where
none, of,
Christ
there's-
lost his sandal.
none of us have reception right
Yeah, there's
now.
no reception, and we are currently in the upstairs of a barn on a little patio, like sunroom deck.
Yeah, it's like it's enclosed, but it's still a patio and it's got windows all around.
Enclosed patio is what they
We-
call
it
them.
is-
It's great.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Hey, at least that.
We're out here
Yeah,
because
let's finish this one.
we're out here because we're spending the weekend breaking up. Joe,
With a
you're
lot
the
of beer.
kind of organizer of this whole event.
Yes, sir.
What is it that you called the event?
This year we're going with Operation Swamp Ass.
Yes. And what is our main goal?
Our main goal is to drain the swamp.
We're going to drain the swamp. All right. So we're attacking DC and taking out all the politicians.
We'll do that next.
Okay, got it.
That's a November kind of job. That's
Alright,
when they're all
so-
over there, you know.
We're now all on a watch list.
Nice going.
Dude, they don't have. Once the podcast goes up, then we're on the watch.
Yeah,
list.
right now we're safe.
Right now, dude, we don't even have connection to
Hey,
the
yo,
outside.
FBI guy that's listening.
They
to
don't
this
know where we
and has
are.
to mark us. Don't look at any of my searches.
You really had to think about it too.
He was trying to figure out the best way to not reveal as much as he could.
Yeah, exactly. There's
It's like, do not go on porno.com.
If you didn't
Hey,
have,
Randy, open your Safari or Google or whatever you
I
got.
can't. I don't have internet.
Oh, right. Well, if you hit P, it'll still show you your
Don't worry, he
recent
downloaded it on his
searches.
phone so he could last 2 days.
You know,
Yep.
he's got 80,
Got them all saved.
He's got 80 gigabytes just full.
Just all on this.
We're
You
gonna
think
run
an
out of.
Android has 80 gigabytes of storage
Dude,
in it? Come on
He's
now.
got an SD card in there,
Oh, true.
dude. We're gonna run out of storage for the podcast just because of all the amount that he has.
You're
on
going to write it
I'm
over
honestly
all
kind
his
of afraid.
videos that
I
he's
don't know
saved?
how much storage this laptop has.
Not
So,
enough.
I swear to God, if this file goes corrupt, I'm gonna be so pissed.
have you been?
We're at 41 minutes, but I also started like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes before we actually started doing the intro, because I wanted to be nice to our listeners and give us kind of a pre-show.
Hey, I listened to a podcast after the whistle with with Andrew Peters and Craig Gervais.
Don't listen to it. Only listen to our podcast.
Well, no, you gotta give love to other podcasts
Of
too.
course.
Yeah.
And they do a great job of. They are different than other ones, and they are so random off the get go. So you turn that thing on, and you're just like, "What is going on right now?"
Get closer to the mic.
Oh, you couldn't hear me there.
No,
I thought
could.
it sounded fine.
It could. I could. It just sounded a little echoey. And I was
Okay,
going on
okay.
Okay.
Could have just been like,
Just put your mouth out.
I was listening to Two Bears One Cave,
That's-
Bert Kreischer
Bert
and Tom Segura.
Can we just talk real quick?
I think we need to start a racing team because I heard they're starting a racing team. Because
Dude,
Bert
can we
bought
just-
Tom a race car for his birthday.
Can we just talk real quick?
So who's gonna buy
about
me a
how
race car?
Yeah,
No.
that's hey, you
Nobody's
got the
buying
mower.
you a race car.
I know you
Can we
won't.
just talk
Sam
real
might.
quick about how, Dan, you seem to kind of mold your life in a image or replication of Bert Kreischer? Just
Okay.
because you're-
He's a bigger man. He's funny, and he likes getting drunk. Okay, that's just me in a nutshell.
Yeah, but there's also that Russian story, and the fact that you're Russian, you seem to just...
Well, yeah, that's why I like getting drunk.
Hey, did you see his
Got
new
tequila
movie, The
in my
Machine?
blood. Great movie.
You seen it?
Oh yeah.
that's
Oh,
an
we
awesome.
all watched
dude.
it in the
We all
garage.
watched
And
it.
you didn't invite me.
Yeah, I didn't.
That was also the same night we decided, hey, let's go to a driving range the next day.
Oh
We
yeah.
did
was a good
decide that. That was
Yeah.
fun.
I was scared to stand next to
The
Randy.
amount of balls that Rich hit behind him somehow,
Yeah.
it was scary
Dude,
because he was
is
in a little, there was like a
It was
little
a little- it was a
overhang.
tent. It was a
It
tent.
was like a
Yeah,
tent,
but-
and somehow he would always ricochet and land like in Dan or our buddy Garrett's just area.
And
There's
I,
no-
Did the people get up and jump like Wii bowling and spin?
We did one time.
Do you remember the one time I hit it and it bounced off the tent and landed in Dan's bucket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, good aim there,
That's
yeah.
exactly
and
it.
the
Like,
worst part is, you were, so if we're looking out at the range, you're on the right side of me, right?
Yeah.
And I'm a lefty, so I got my back to you. So if I hear a ting off the frame of that awning, I'm
It's
ducking.
coming.
I'm going down. Like,
And just to say this also, I played baseball my entire life. Dan hasn't played golf before.
I have.
He was on a team.
So was I.
Shut up.
I wasn't good, but I
Shut-
was.
Okay. He was on a
Shut
golf
your fucking
team
mouth.
in high school or middle school, something like that.
It was in middle school.
It was in
and
middle school. He was on an actual team, and then our buddy Garrett couldn't even swing. He just couldn't even swing.
And he's the one that's usually always good at everything.
He's
Yeah,
usually
always
pretty
seems to-
good. Like him and I are pretty good at competing in most like athletic activities.
Call me fat. Anyways,
But no, he just could not swing for the life of
No.
him. But Rich is over here.
you lost a driver from that kid, didn't
He,
you?
he broke my driver.
Yeah, he got you.
yeah.
New
Yeah.
one. You ever get
No.
that?
He started looking at prices and then realized they were gonna be like $90. And he said, "Oh, I'm sorry for breaking your driver."
Yeah, they ain't cheap.
What was it? What was I going to say?
It was my backup. It was my backup.
Could we just admit though that like I did have a few that hit the 10, but I also did have some bangers.
Dude, Dan was.
Didn't you hit the boat?
I did hit the
He-
boat.
he
I was
hit the
only
boat.
one to hit the boat.
Yeah.
So
That's pretty
this
good.
driving range is right around the corner from where me and Sam live. And you had was this a family?
It's like a
boat?
1992 Imperial boat that had a
I
seized engine.
almost bought from him for
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
$5.
It was $50 or something like
Yeah.
that, and it had a seized engine. The lower unit was all damaged, and all the wood on the interior was rotten. So we're like, it's too far gone to really try to fix back up. I mean, it sucks that it was a family thing, but there wasn't enough
And then
to
like
fix back.
disposal fees and like trying to find some place to take it. It was just impossible.
It was impossible to find a place that'll actually take the boat because junkyards won't take the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's just a big thing of fiberglass, you
Yeah.
know? They don't want that.
No. There's
The
no
only
money
thing they
in
would
that.
want is the lower unit and the engine, but you'd
Yeah.
have to pull that first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Uh,
for years, Dad wanted to get rid of the thing, and he kept telling us year after year after year. And eventually, I went over to the new guys running the driving range, and I was doing a drone shoot for him, and I saw that opportunity, and I was like, hey, you know what? You need some sort of attraction. You know, he had a washing machine out there, and that
It
was
was like 175. Nobody was hitting that.
that ain't
thing.
it. So I was like, I got a boat. So,
Got a boat.
so we got Sam in his truck, and we drove it out there.
I'm surprised it towed it without ripping half the frame off.
Dude,
Hey, it wasn't that far of a
The
drive.
cab was bending. Like so my truck is very rusty. The cab mounts are shot in the rear.
It's
So
like,
when
what
we-
is it, a 2006 Cat Eye?
It's an 07 Chevy Silverado, and we hooked this thing up, and my brother got in the truck with me, and I've got pinstripes going along the side of the truck, and they were so off centered. I gotta do a lot. It's rough. It's rough.
Didn't you put because there's spacers for the bed? Didn't you put 2 spacers on one side and no spacers on the other?
Yeah, that was a lie,
Oh, you just
Just
fucked up
rust.
and didn't want to admit it.
dude. Well, it was actually true. The lie was a lie.
Wow.
It was actually true, but my cab corners are completely shot, and the back of the truck cab is starting to sink. So I need to.
You need to get a new truck.
Yes, well, that is in the plans. You know, once
It's
I make
in
it
the
big
workings.
doing podcasts, I'll be fine. But
Yep.
Yeah.
I just gotta get there. It's gonna take probably 20 years. But
Yeah.
That actually reminds me. Do we want to talk about your current new purchase?
Oh, your
The
race
dildo?
car.
no, no.
Your little red rocket there.
Yeah, I got a little red rocket. You know.
Jeez.
No, I got a 1996 Mazda Miata.
Nice.
Mini Miata.
Yeah. And my plan
Miata.
is to drive the hell out of it until something breaks that's big, and then put the engine from my truck into this Miata.
Yep.
Nice.
My Mustang also ran away from you, put bus links on you in a drag race.
It was not a drag race because we started.
It was a
at
rolling.
10
It was a
It was
roller.
like 10 mile per hour, and then you started before me, and you got an auto trans
In
with
the
a
middle,
shift kit.
in the middle of one of the
Excuses.
biggest streets in the town we were
Dude,
in.
it was literally the biggest streets, and we are holding up traffic, and he slows
I
down.
wouldn't care.
And then he looks over, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm like, and I was in second gear. I didn't have time to get into first, but we can always race.
No, we weren't doing anything illegal.
We're gonna race again once you get your manual in there.
It was from 10 miles an hour to the posted speed limit. That was the drag race.
to Denny's. Were we going to Denny's?
Yes, because then we had to slam on our brakes to stop for Dennis because it was right there.
Because we were going the speed limit.
Yes.
At exactly the speed limit, right?
Yep.
Well, yeah, it's just that we accelerated to
Sam.
the speed limit, so
Sam.
in that
We were going
area.
the speed limit.
Hey, they
I said
still
to
got
the
them
speed limit.
pancake puppies over there.
Oh,
That-
yeah. And there's still like
Yo,
$2
Richard,
for
you-
like 6 of them.
You
Should we
guys
tell-
got a story to tell
Should
about
we
that.
tell that, or should we wait for
Oh,
Derek?
no, it doesn't matter.
That
Our
was
buddy,
hilarious.
we-
That was hilarious.
Was that New Year's Eve of last year?
No, y'all showed up to the hockey game with
Yeah, we were going
Yeah,
to hockey.
right.
like a friggin'
So,
7
okay,
bags of pancake puppies ready to
real
go.
quick. Joe here is the captain of
Was.
was
It's
the
not good enough
captain
anymore.
of his college's club hockey team.
He actually made the team too.
Yeah, he made the team and everything.
Oh.
He's a big guy. He's known well, you know. If you know, you know. And me and Sam kept score for him.
Sam and
Hey, he's doing good. Let him speak, all right?
Sam,
Let him do.
it's a corn dog.
He just showed me a picture of
It's
a corn dog
it's a wiener
with
dog.
a dog on the front of it.
It's a wiener dog. Why do you have that saved to your phone? I know
'Cause
you
why
didn't
not?
search it because we don't have internet.
No, it's saved to my phone, yeah.
But anyways, Sam and I, there, you happy? I swear to God, I will rape
Salmon?
Salmonella?
Salmonella.
All right.
Salmonella.
Anyways, keep
Sam
talking.
and I,
Didn't you have that last
we
week?
kept score for Joe's hockey games. And one night we decided, hey, let's invite the crew along with us. So that's everybody, including Dan, Garrett, and the rest of everyone. So we're like, we're kind of hungry. Let's eat something before we go. So we stop at Denny's. And was it David or Garrett that had the idea?
David.
Of course it was David.
Shout out to David.
Shout out to David.
Shout out David.
If you listen to the first podcast, he was the guy drunk on the floor and we drew a mustache on.
He drew it on himself.
He did.
Shout out
Yes.
David.
Shout out David.
Shout out to David.
The OG.
He decided, what was it? He decided to order like 10 orders of pancake
So
puppies.
yeah, so he was looking at the price.
You stop showing each other memes.
He was looking at the prices. He's like, "Wow, I could get 60 pancake puppies for $25." And that's exactly what he did.
Yep.
We've got a picture. I don't know. Maybe some point in the future we'll put it up or something. There's a picture of the table just covered in pancake puppies.
They come in things of 10, and you've got like a large bowl just full of these things. So honestly, they're like a small handful in size. Okay, per one. So
bigger than like a
you've got
Timbit or like a Munchkin.
yeah,
if
bigger
you're
than a
Dunkin'
Timbit.
Donut
It's
guy.
like 4 or 5 times bigger than a dunk.
it's like 2 times a Timbit. It's 2 times a Timbit.
Or Munchkins if you're a Dunkin' Donuts
Yeah,
person.
yeah. So, all right, because some people might not
Munchkins,
know what a
huh?
Timbit is.
Yeah. Oh.
A donut hole. It's like 2 times the size of a donut,
Donut
hole.
hole? Is that what they're called?
Yes.
Yeah.
And because if you think about it, they punch out the hole of the donut, and that's how you get the Timbit. Yeah.
Not
All right.
everybody else lives as close to Canada as we do.
Yeah.
Hey.
Anyways, so we have 6 dishes full of 10 of these things each. We realize after maybe eating 2 or 3 of these dishes that we cannot finish it at all.
Dude, you would have got your photo up on the wall if you would have done that.
For
Maybe even a T-shirt would have been like that guy on his phone.
We had one of the employees sit down and eat some of these.
Oh, you
With
got
us.
him to eat
Yeah.
too.
There was
You
some
also
guy-
had the guy in the penalty box eat one with you too.
Yeah,
we did.
Yeah.
handing them out to the
Yeah.
hockey team.
So,
yeah.
we had pancake puppies in the. Okay, so the score box sits between the 2 penalty boxes. So we're just handing out pancake puppies to the people in the penalty.
And they were still warm too. I can confirm.
Yes, they
exactly.
were.
But
Those
I
things
remember-
are hot forever.
I
They
remember.
were
I remember
good
when we
if
were
I
in the
wasn't so
restaurant.
full.
I mean, I could eat like on an empty stomach. I could eat like 3, and then I'm tapped out.
Dude,
too
they're
good.
so filled.
I remember
They're so
when we were
filled.
in the restaurant, I took like an entire order of it to the other table. I was like, "Hey, here's these," and they're all like, "Are these drugged or something?"
Oh, yeah,
The other
they
table
were-
they were all
got
like
on a
dressed
prom.
up. They had like suits and like dresses and
Yeah, it's
everything
like
on.
they
And
just
this
got on
guy,
a prom.
the ripped flannel and dirty jeans, looking like he just rolled out from underneath a driveway. Like, yeah, here's some pancake
Underneath
puppies.
the back dumpster. behind
Yeah,
I just
Like,
got
yeah.
these from the dumpster.
Hey, yo, what's up, brother? I just found these out back. You all want some?
I got some white cream with them too.
they
I
had
put a little white cream
Oh
in
yeah,
my
you
own.
got that cream with it.
Yeah.
they had.
It really
It's a
adds
frosting.
saltiness to
Oh,
the
yeah.
flavor.
I did notice that table had their server come and take them away.
Really?
Oh,
They had
that's-
them taken
They
away.
didn't want 'em.
That's tough.
Really?
Yeah.
It was
Notice
either that
they
or
give
I
you
you.
feel like
weird
I
look.
feel
What
like
a
if someone
waste.
else like, yeah, okay.
Anyways, welcome back to the Crew Podcast. I'm joined here today with my co-host Dan, also known as Igor.
You're losing your mind. Okay.
Okay, anyways.
I don't know about you guys, but I think that's about 45 minutes. That's
yeah,
Oh yeah,
Pretty
It's
decent.
actually 55 minutes.
Starting
Alright.
to get a little antsy.
I'm falling
think-
asleep here.
I think that's probably gonna be a
Should
wrap
we,
for this one.
Kevin yelled my name a few times.
Yeah.
Actually, I do want to touch real quick because I don't know.
What are you touching?
I can't say that. I do want to touch real quick. I don't know if anybody's noticed the song at the end of our videos.
We have honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I
Yes.
haven't watched a single one
Honestly?
of our videos. I mean, I know there's only 2, but like,
Dude,
haven't watched
I
them.
Well,
put at least
the actual videos.
This is gonna
not
be the best
not
one.
The,
I put at least 30 to 50 hours of work into those videos.
no, the actual videos, not the podcast.
Not the podcast.
Yeah,
You,
don't
do not
watch
watch
it.
those? You're in it, dude.
I
You're
know.
literally.
Oh, I haven't listened to the podcast. I've watched the video.
Okay.
It's a good
Okay.
video. It is
Do
a
you know
good
the
video.
song at the end?
No, I know there is one. I don't know what it is.
It's the most mysterious song on the internet. It's
Doesn't help me here.
It only gets it more mysterious. But
anyways. There's a what is it? I forget the guy's name. I'm
Artist?
No, like nobody knows who made it. Nobody knows.
So
who
it's
made it.
that's pretty neat.
what's the word? I know what you're thinking. I don't know the word. Anonymous.
Yeah.
Kinda. The
I
guy
think that's
found
the
it.
word. I
The
hit
guy
the thing
who-
on the
Yeah,
nail.
it
It was
is a
some guy
word.
that recorded radios. He like recorded songs off the radio, and he was going through them one day, like in the early 2000s. He's like, "Hey, I got this tape of this song. I don't know who made it. I didn't mark it down. Does anybody know? And there's been an entire search for that song. And I'm like, well, this is a fucking banger song. I'm going to put it at the end of our video.
Banger, I barely know her.
Okay. Anyways, this has been the Crew Podcast.
Wait, back to that. Did you figure out who made the song?
No, nobody has. There's an entire subreddit and community on
That's your mission for the next time we do a podcast. Figure it out.
Dude, there's literally communities of people that have worked years trying to find it.
Okay, and then they've already had all this evidence, so take their evidence and go from there. You don't have to start from the beginning.
I got one question on that. No one's faked, even said hey, this was me.
One person has. Well,
and then how were they nah, it's not you?
There was a band that claimed that they made it, but there was only it was only the singer that was left. Everybody else, I think, passed away or something. I could be wrong about this. Don't quote me on it. And the guy's kind of a little bit senile, apparently. So they're thinking, the community's kind of at a divide. It's oh yeah, this guy's made it, or the other side of the community is nah, this guy definitely didn't.
Interesting.
But there's an entire. I think his name's Wang on YouTube.
Well, so I guess my where my head goes with that is since my one buddy's into music and he's been in a few bands, and what I noticed is some bands, they have a certain, I guess you could say, identity. So some of the songs are similar in nature. So
yeah, it's
so do they have others? Do they have other? Yeah. Do they have other songs that are similar to that? Because that would give more support to his I'm claiming it.
It's been a while since I've watched that video. Go check it out on YouTube. It's Wang's The Most Mysterious Song on the Internet. I think that's what the YouTube's channel called. I don't know. I could be wrong. But no, it's a good, if you're into urban mysteries or internet mysteries or anything. Good thing to find out. Fuck you, I can see
you. Want to know what's a good one?
Dude, I just realized that noise, the fan.
Oh yeah, it's been on the fan in the other room.
I gotta piss.
Okay,
right.
well, all right, cool.
All right,
Fun.
This has been the Crew Podcast, episode 2. Guest star Joe, and thank you all for listening.
Is that thunder?
Thank you.
Check out Sam's Twitch. I sometimes stream when I'm editing or we're playing.
I haven't streamed for 3 months, but I might eventually get back into it.
And then we're also working on another video.
I just work on cars sometimes.
Yeah, you're just learning like that. But yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you all later.
Peace.
Bye.
Ciao.
Good.